Alrighty then. G'day, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? I hope everyone is having an absolutely splendid day. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have something very special in mind. We're starting a brand new show, which hopefully you guys will enjoy. If you guys don't, then, I guess I won't do it anymore. But if you like it, we'll keep doing it. We are doing a show called Legendary Character Builder, where we sit down, you guys here, and me, and we design a character. Then what we do is we go through and we build it in Hero Forge. And then hopefully, if it looks good and we have a good time with it, I print it. I actually get it made and shipped here, and then we see what it comes back looking like. So yeah, that's the whole thing. That's the whole show. It's everything. So nothing too complicated, but hopefully a lot of fun nonetheless. We'll be doing a lot of the things that I normally do when it comes to like character building. So we'll be doing things like the stuff I do for working on voices and the like. But yeah, that's more or less what we're going to be doing. Greetings to a lot of the familiar faces that I see here. McBluff, All Things Fantasy, Grizzles, my man, All Things Fantasy, Lance, hello. So good to see all of you here today. All right. So let's get started, shall we? So, what kind of character do we want to do today? Now, this is very much you guys, I mean, I have some ideas to keep the ball rolling as we go through. But yeah, if you guys have any thoughts or ideas on the types of characters you'd like to see, throw them up in chat. Throw them out there so that we can start putting some stuff together. How about this phrase to start inspiring things? I shall endure 1,000 deaths before I yield. Ooh, that is very inspiring. And apologies, my voice is still warming up. For me, that inspires a protector archetype type of individual, which I like protector archetypes. For those of you who enjoy anime, there's a anime going around, My Hero Academia, and one of my favorite characters is the character Red Riot, who is an awesome character who is all about defending people and all about protecting others. So I think that's what I get inspired by when I see that particular phrase. All things fantasy. How about a goblin? Yeah, okay, yeah. So we got a goblin idea, so I like that. Yeah, we could always go with a goblin-y protectory thing. Any other ideas? Throw them out. We'll start chewing on them as well. So goblin protector. Yeah, interestingly enough, I think that there is Kirishima. Yeah, that he's an awesome character. Um, I think let's look at goblins a little bit. I think for me, I love Pathfinder goblins compared to kind of your traditional Dungeons and Dragons goblins. I always do, because for me, what really stands out is when a goblin, or any kind of race really, has something that kind of makes them stand out, gives them characterizations. And for me, the D&D goblins, I mean, they're vicious, they're nasty, but you never really get to see too much into them besides how, kind of, bizarre their culture is. But really, I don't see too much difference between them and like tiny hobgoblins or tiny orcs. Whereas the Pathfinder goblins, like for me, they're just like wacky, zany, funny. They're a comedic element. So yeah. Eberron Halfling. Oh, okay. Roger B, I like the idea of the Eberron Halfling. Would you be so kind as to elaborate for me the difference between a regular Halfling and what you would define as an Eberron Halfling? What would be the difference there? Seamus, gobbies can be so much fun if you dig a little deeper. Well, you know what? I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that. I think anything, really, you can start pulling things out of inspiration when you start to dig a little deeper into them. Um, it's not. I'm not hating on goblins, mind you. Like, let me step back from that and say, I obviously enjoy goblins as a type of encounter, and there's lots of ways that you can be creative through you just being creative and taking a lot of liberties with the different races. But like there's Sahajin, and there are the kobolds, and there's like a whole bunch of other versions of low-level encounters. Goblins seem to always, for me, end up as the default encounter. You know what I mean? They're like the giant rats for video games. So yeah, that's kind of where it happens. Unless your DM does strange things like making orcs French. You know what? Could have a whole bunch of angry revolutionaries. I could see that. Don't knock that. Love Pathfinder goblins as well. I love the Fey aspect of them as well. Yeah, yep, that's true. It's true. What's wrong with French orcs? Nothing. Unless they run around starting to murder people with baguettes. That's a bit weird. They're more nomadic native Indians than they are the funny hobbits. Ah, yes. Okay, cool. I like that, Roger. I definitely have seen those particular halflings floating around too, so that's pretty cool. That default was always kobolds for me. Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. I think different experiences. I mean, being Australian, I feel like I would have loved if that was the case with the Sahajin. Like if I always came across them, like Sahajin are everywhere, because they love sharks and I love sharks. They live in the plains of Talenia and they herd dinosaurs. Yes, that's cool. All right, so we got a couple of good race starts. So what I'm going to do here, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm going to start up a poll. Because that is something I am capable of doing with my mighty powers of owning this channel. So we are going to start a little poll here. And the poll is going to be new poll, starting race. So we're going to go with halflings, and we're going to go with Eberron specifically. Tribal, dinosaur herding, that kind of thing. We are going to go with Goblin Pathfinder. We're going to go with Goblin, challenge ourselves a little bit. I love doing the things that are difficult, right? Like things that I would otherwise struggle with. So let's also go with Goblin D&D. I'm gonna throw in the half orcs because I think half orcs also get kind of like left behind a bit, and talking about the French orcs, it'd be very interesting to maybe play on that idea. Like, what would it be like to make a French orc? What would that look like? And for the lol of it, let's see, random race generator 5e. Let's do that just for fun, just for the fun of it. We will include all materials. Randomize. Kobold. All right. Fair enough. Yeah, perfect. It suits exactly what we were doing. LaRouge was a French red cap goblin. Yes, he was. He was half LaRouge, one of my NPCs. And we're gonna have the poll go for 2 minutes. There we go. We got 2 minutes on the clock there. Yeah, no, LaRouge, my friend, my goblin was actually French. Let me see. He should be. Let's see. Where did I put him? Maybe he's here. Yeah, there he is. Look at that. So LaRouge was my French goblin that we made. Yes, no, he was fantastic. Except, yeah, they discovered he was a red cap, and as you can see, he has a red hat. So yeah, he was like a half goblin kind of thing. Strange idea. Do you know the beast of isn't it Gerudan? The Rougarou? Is that what you're referring to? Maybe McBluff? I mean, maybe it is, maybe it's not. I'm not sure. If it is, then yes, I am aware of Gerudan. But if it's not, then I sadly do not know. All right. Also, let's get some tunes going. I wanna start listening to to some music. Let's see. Here we go. All right. So I'm just listening to music from Syrinscape, by the way, which I use for a lot of my shows. But you know what? I think some of the music here is just so tight and so peaceful, and it's so wonderful. If you do get a chance to, guys, go and check out Syrinscape. I'm just going to put a link. There we go. If you guys get a chance to, go check out Syrinscape. Go show them love. That is, you know, always one of the best things, I think, is just take your time and enjoy some good music. Oh yeah, this is a good one. I like this one. The noodling bard named Jan. Like that one. Yeah, there you go. All right. What did we end up getting for our poll? The Halfling from Eberron. All right. Halfling from Eberron is what we will be making. All right. All right. So a Halfling from Eberron. Now, the first thing you want to do when you make a character, especially if you want to make a character steeped in a particular campaign setting, whenever you approach a table, I always like to check with the GM, like, what is the premise of the story that you're building? Because we're building characters without that story premise, I'm going to do the next best thing. I'm going to create a story premise for my halfling to be a part of, right? So let's have a quick look. Going over to here, boop. There we go. Halfling Eberron, boom. There we go. Eberron wiki. Let's take a quick squiz. All right, there we go. Look at that. No, please don't stop playing video ads. Okay, good. You've muted. Okay. No. Stop it. I'm leaving it. Okay. Halflings of Eberron are vary from nomadic dinosaur riding barbarians to wily urban merchants and professionals with a broad expanse of Terladian plains, the sheltering urban, yada. Yep. Okay, cool. Now, let's see. They retain the traditions of their ancestors, including tribal masks, dinosaur mounts, physically the same as urban halflings. They strike a more imposing figure, rarely in one place for a long time. The nomadic tribes traverse the Talenta plains, moving with the herds as they hunt for food. Okay, so there's kind of like this, again, like as Roger B was saying, very nomadic feel. There's a very tribal feel. I almost get like a Tibetan style versus the Native Americans. I mean, maybe that's just me, but I kind of vibe that these guys remind me of like the Sherpas, because I always imagine that with the Native Americans were very nomadic. They lived with the land, they hunted, they gathered, they moved around, But I didn't really imagine the whole brightly colored tent thing. Whereas with the Sherpas and them taking like their livestock, they would travel with the goats through the mountains and things like that. So maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just what's in my head. But yeah, okay, all right, cool. So we've got a state there. So let's now design very quickly a type of story for our halfling to be a part of. Let's say that. Let's take the Land Before Time story. Say that the nomadic tribe of halflings to which our young halfling belongs to has recently needed to reevaluate their traditional migration path. A large earthquake has caused much of the land to shift and change, ravines appearing where once they were not, and as such, the herds of dinosaurs that they tended to have become confused, disoriented. So we have our character who is among the tribesmen who are trying to relocate the dinosaurs from this particular area. However, doing so would take them into a dangerous pasture, because we obviously need some kind of conflict, right? Like, so yeah, maybe dangerous lands or swampy terrain. That could kind of be a kind of thing. So I kind of like that. Now, Grizzle said something really, really early on, which I thought was good, which was, for inspiration, I shall endure 1,000 deaths before I yield. For me, I like the idea that maybe this halfling is kind of like one of the individuals who basically said, we're not going to give up on these dinosaurs. We're not just going to let them die because that's the natural way. Because that may have been the attitude of the tribe. Like, well, we've lost this part of the herd. The other half of the herd is still okay and alive. We need to tend to them. But this halfling was like, no, I would rather die with this with these beautiful creatures than I would perish. So I like that idea, that maybe this is the kind of attitude this character is having. It gives him a noble spirit, makes him very orientated towards being quite reliable as a comrade and friend when this character will be introduced eventually to a group of roaming PCs. I think so. Oh, so the Rougarou thing. I don't know the pronunciation, however, but the idea is the protector of sorts. We want this character to be French, so maybe they're sort of beast hunter, hunting creature, or something like that. Something that they defend beasts. Yeah, cool. So I think we're on the right track here in terms of someone wild who hunts beasts. Thank you so much for the follow, Comrade Big Boy. Welcome. Please come in, sit down, bring chair, comrade. You are, of course, most welcome. All vodka I have will share with you. No, I do apologize if you're actually Russian and that was offensive. I'm just having fun. Okay. So, yes, we are continuing our design with, of course, the next important feature, and that is what class are we going to choose for this individual? We have, of course, the obvious class. In my mind, the obvious class, which would be the druid, right? It speaks of a druid, a dinosaur wrangler. Let's have a look. Background map. Oh, there we go. World of Galarian. There we go. And we would be looking at. Where would we be looking? Ungodly amount of Hero Forge characters I have is crazy. The Talenta Plains. Alright. Okay, so we got the Talenta Plains over here, as we can see. It is, of course, a plains. So maybe, the migratory patterns have changed due to, shifting weather patterns, maybe. Thunders have caused fires to break out in the plains. Yeah, lots of stuff we can do. There. Also, when we want to talk about ungodly Hero Forge numbers, I kind of maybe sort of have my own little addiction that keeps going on. Yeah, I make lots of them. I like them. They're fun. Lots of fun. Yeah. Anyway, I digress. I'm not showing off this. No, I am, but I'm not. Okay. So, class. What class do we make our halfling dinosaur rider? A druid, a fighter, a barbarian. I mean, presume that we're going to be using Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. What class do you think would suit our little halfling friend? And you know what? Now that we've got a bit of an idea of him, I'm going to change our mood music to a bit more of a dinosaur, jungly kind of, well, I say jungle, but a tribal, wild kind of, what kind of music? There you go. So this is a dinosaur wrangler, then perhaps a circle of the shepherd druid, revised beastmaster ranger. First thought was a ranger as a fitting choice. Ranger? Oh man. Okay, so ranger seems to be the overwhelming choice here. So okay, very well. So we're gonna have a shepherd druid. Sorry, no, we're gonna have a revised beastmaster ranger. Okay. I'm just gonna get these down in my notes here. We'll do an actual proper character sheet for them as well. Do not you worry. So we're going to just write down these notes here. There we go. So halfling, druid. Oh, sorry, I keep saying druid. Rogue. No, ranger. Halfling ranger. Beastmaster. Alright, very nice. Dino migration interrupted. PC leads dinos on new route to regroup with herd. Okay, cool. So designing this character, we now have a very, very good starting base and a point of conflict. Now, with every good character, there needs to be that point that separates your character from an NPC. A moment that they transform from a character that just simply exists in the world into a character that you can use in a campaign. Unfortunately, that usually means having to find something that breaks apart your natural way of life. In this case, the natural way of life for our little halfling friend is that they would, for the most part, be herding animals, herding the dinosaurs. So the only way to really break him free of that would be to get rid of the dinosaurs. So how do we do that? What part of our story here, when we build it, is going to be this character's loss of the dinosaurs? Is he separated from the part of the herd that he's supposed to protect? Does the herd perish at the hands of predators? Does he end up being abducted in the attempt to try and save them? Maybe poachers arrive and they grab hold of the dinosaurs and him as well. What happens to this individual that takes him away from that nomadic life that he had been chasing? Let's see. I know in D&D, the Zealot Barbarian has no cost for resurrection spells at a certain point. Would fit with the inspiring words. That's true. That's true. Alright, you know what? I will put that to vote. I'll put that to vote as well. Something from the Mournlands is growing and making their way into the plains. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. Any elaboration on what you think that might be? Alright. Let's get another poll going here. Class, we had Barbarian, we had Druid, we had Ranger, and we have Rogue. There we go. Alright, there we go. Local tribes and people could have either been killed or have been captured and used as beasts of labor and war mounts. Oh, nice, I like that. Could be anything. Mournlands is a wild magic wasteland after the Great War. Oh, we could tie those two things together. Have people from the Mournlands capture beasts, like poach the creatures, poach dinosaurs and the like, and then use them as labor and war creatures and stuff like that. Perhaps a plague is decimating the numbers. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I do love I do love a good plague. Okay, so there's interesting ones. If I could vote for a multi-class, it would be Ranger Barbarian. Okay. A mate. Anyone's spouse is a problem. Take a mate from another clan, but the leader deserts him. Okay, interesting. Okay. A mate. Anyone's spouse is a problem. Take a mate from another clan, the leader deserts him. Okay, so what you're saying is a mate, like a partner for the halfling, sparks the interest and then he moves away. I think that's a good idea, Lance, but I think that moves an NPC from one NPC role into another NPC role. What we need to do is we need to break the traditional norms and have this person be on their own so that they can join up with a group of adventurers. That'd be kind of my go-to on that one. Okay, so let's expand on this. So, the dinosaur migration is interrupted. The PC must lead a new group of dinosaurs on a new route to regroup with the herd. The Mournlands are suffering from a plague. A tribe of poachers. Capture the dinosaur herd and enlist and use them as trade and labor. After being sold, Halfling is tracking down the dinosaurs and freeing them one by one. So that is his personal goal. Hey David, what's up? Personal goal. Recover lost dinosaurs and return them home. That would be your personal goal. So I like that. All right, nice. All right, I think we've definitely got a good start there. Mythical Thurian, thank you so much for the bits. You are a wonderful human being. I hope that you have the most wonderful and amazing of days, and that your dice roll like bloody gods for the next 24 hours, or for however long till your next game. I had to switch to YouTube. Twitch keeps dropping. No worries. Continue to watch on whichever platform works wonderfully. Let's see. I like that. At first, it's not obvious where the plague is coming from. Yeah, and you know, Roger B, the great thing about the plague is that it's not important to the story of the halfling. It's just this world event that we can have motivate our GM into building that as a story. Like, why did these poachers go after them? It's like, well, why haven't they gone after them before? Was it illegal? Was it just simply taboo? What drove them to that desperation? And that could become a potential part of the GM story, if the GM wanted. Now, for me, any good story has 3 potential character elements that need to be fulfilled. As we said, the first one is always, what is your connection to the GM story? Now, without a story for this particular character, it's going to be quite difficult, so we don't have something for that. The second part is a personal goal. What separates your character from a NPC? Which, right now, we've gone, well, cool. My character used to be an NPC. He used to travel around in the nomadic tribes, used to herd dinosaurs, and then eventually his herd has been kidnapped, so now he's on a quest to try and, recover the dinosaurs that were traded across Eberron. So, we have now got a personal goal. The third and final connection is, what is your connection or your investment in joining a group of adventurers? Now, this one's very tricky to do without knowing the story, but I loved the idea of the mate from before. I think Lance was the one that said it. So I love the idea that romance might actually be on the cards here. That this halfling had been traveling the world, and one of the fellow members of the table are someone who, who have, just kind of got that, that spark, that moment where you kind of look into their eyes and you're like, oh my god, I want to be with this person. So he's still got his own goal, but he's now pursuing a romance. That's kind of nice. That's kind of cool. What are some other amazing ways that this individual, this tribal halfling on a quest to save the dinosaurs that were stolen from his tribal lands, can join a group of adventurers? Why would this halfling do that? Let's throw some ideas out there and we'll do a vote on it as well. Let's see. Just a chance to get to see my folks, so I'm happy. Yay! Oh, that's so good. I think family is very important. I've actually had a number of players at my table. Because COVID restrictions around the world are starting to sort of ease up a little bit, and they're getting a chance to meet up with friends and family. So it's so wonderful to see so many people starting to find normality and getting to visit families and friends and stuff. So yay. Phoenix Wacky, welcome, mate. Welcome. Or should I say, Ohayo gozaimasu. It is, of course, bright and early in the morning. I did not do my exercise, so I am still fat and chubby. Congratulations on the Nerdarchy interview. Thank you. I've actually been interviewed by them a couple of times. David is a good friend of mine, and he had a cancellation in his schedule, and he said, hey, what are you doing? You want to come talk with us on the chat? And I'm like, yeah, hell yeah. David's an awesome dude. I try to catch up with the Nerdarchy folks wherever I can, because, I don't know. For me, as much as these people are celebrities and they have amazing content and stuff like that, I've always seen them as just really good people. People I want to hang out with, people I just want to, spend time with, and yeah. He's absolutely no exception. So yeah, that's Dave's awesome. All right. Let's see. Woot Eberron. Yes, indeed. Woot Eberron. Break is ending. Have fun building all. Grizzles, thank you so much for joining us. I'll let you know how the results go. I'll also be posting up the actual picture up on my the actual recipe for the halfling on my Discord, and I will also be posting images up around the place on Twitter and Instagram, etc. So yeah. For the tribal halfling, a quest from a spirit guide. Ooh, that's a good one. I like that one. Hone his skill and gain allies. Okay, so companions. Quest from spirit. Romance. I'm going to throw that in because of what Lance said. Allies to save dinos. Okay, yeah. Now, David, on that one, it is definitely a good idea to have a connection to your allies, especially when your interests align with your personal goal. It's not always going to happen, but if it does happen, I always recommend latch onto that. So, I mean, while we're doing a vote, I'm setting up the poll now. If this was a game where the objective was to track down poachers, let's say we were tracking down just these random poachers, right? And we just tied in those poachers to the dinosaur story of our halfling, I would say unequivocally that would be the reason why this halfling is with the group, is because I need to save the dinos, I need allies, these guys are also going after the same poachers, we need to work together. That should be the reason. Okay. My Eberron players are going to actually be on stream tonight. One-shot roulette time. Hell yeah! I love your one-shots, man. I love all your shows. If you haven't checked him out, go check out Phoenix Wacky. He's got a bunch of amazing streams. He's a guy from Tokyo, just a downright awesome and wonderful dude, and fantastic GM and role player. 100%. Maybe the halfling's love or lover it betrayed them. Oh, that is brutal. That is so harsh. I'm gonna add that to the storyboard. I'm not gonna add that to why he's joining the group. But yes, maybe plot twist. Let's call it that. Plot twist, betrayal. Dinosaurs were captured by poachers after being sold out by love interest. Okay, I like that. I like that one. That's a really good one, comrade. A debt repayment, something a party member has done. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one. Let's throw that one in there. Repay debt. Yep. Is there a mythical awakened dinosaur that they're seeking? Not at the moment. I mean, at the moment it was just, a herd of dinosaurs. Pretty generic. Could there be a mythical awakened dinosaur? I think in this case, we want the position of power to still remain with the halfling. When we add the dynamic of a mythic awakened dinosaur, we shift that dynamic from the focal point being the halfling to it being this awakened dinosaur that's traveling with the herd. So great idea, I think, as from a GM seat, but for character creation for a PC, for a player, you want to try and create as little around the world as possible and use the world to kind of shape and mold that clay for yourself. The party is a salvage crew traveling across the plains. Okay, so that's a great premise. Again, that's more the GM seat, so that's shifting the world, changing it, and giving a good connection. So that's a great premise, and straight away I could imagine Roger B seeing that as a game we can run. But right now we just need that kind of like, what is a general connection to it? Networking is not really an A to a B. Gotta head out for Taekwondo. Have fun, McBluff. Please stay safe. I know that martial arts is always fun, but yeah, it's always a thing. If you have a party of powerful players, can extend the influence. Yeah, that's true. Had Rime of the Frostmaiden last night. Awakened creatures on the mind. Oh, there you go. All right, let's start this poll. Why is our group chasing around companions? Why is our group invested in not trying to run this deal solo? All right. Let's shift our musical score here. Let's see. Of course, as per usual, all music is on Syrinscape. Syrinscape, the fantasy player at the moment. What we were just listening to was the Tropical Jungle soundtrack, which is cool. Perhaps the Halflings party helps with the identification. Yeah. I mean, that again could go down to tracking down the poachers, hunting them down, etc. So yeah, that's a good one. I like that one. Okay. Oh, I like that one. Okay. This is nice. A quest from a spirit. Okay. I like it. Let's now elaborate on that particular one. Connection to the story. Let me just. Connection to players. All right. Pardon me. Connection to PCs. A spirit guide. Okay, so let's explore the idea of a spirit guide. So, now, a spirit guide traditionally is usually a creature or an entity tied in with the natural world who inspires the character to take action. That's a great way to turn an NPC into a PC, is to have a spirit guide type character suddenly step into the scene and shape that story. Rated by Deadly Nightshade 666. Nightshade, or Connie, how you doing? Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, viewers from that channel. My name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. We are sitting here designing characters for Dungeons and Dragons games. Well, I say we. I mean that more specifically you guys in the audience. You guys are creating this character, and I am using my skills, my knowledge, my expertise to, flesh this out. We've currently decided on playing a halfling Beastmaster Ranger, who basically is from the Eberron campaign setting. A tribal nomadic halfling who herds dinosaurs with his clan in the setting. A catastrophe, has caused the herd to split, and he was protecting them before poachers stole his herd. He is now on a quest to try and recover all of these sold dinosaurs from around the world, and is joining a group of adventurers thanks to the aid of a spirit guide. So that's what we're discussing right now, is of course this spirit guide. What is the spirit guide? How is that spirit guide guiding our character towards joining allies? What happens here? Let's chew on that. Hero Forge minis. Yes, and once we've plastered this idea, we're gonna start playing around a little bit more on the Hero Forge side and make these minis and then print them. But again, you guys in the audience, you guys are the ones who are helping me design this. You guys are at the helm, as it were. I am simply a humble vehicle. The term spirit guide can be seen as cultural appropriation when not tied to Native American tribes. Is it? I mean, let's see, spirit guide. In Western spiritualism, an entity that remains as disincarnated to a spirit or acts as a spirit or protects a living incarnated human being. In traditional African beliefs, spread before Christianity and Islam, they believed in a ubiquitous spirit of the ancestors, which were considered to be spirit guides as well. According to Western theosophical doctrine, spirit guides were not always the descendants of humans. So yeah, I think spirit guides definitely go a lot further than Native Americans. I was fairly sure that, because I'm sure that we in Australia have our Indigenous Australians, and there is a indigenous term for spirit guides here as well. Dream creatures, or the creatures of the dreaming. I think they're called, or something like that. But yeah. So the obvious two are either a family ancestor or a guiding dinosaur spirit. Yeah, I like those two. Also in European literature. Yeah. I don't think it's so much cultural appropriation as simply a term used for this particular thing. Spirit animal is usually more the thing that is considered appropriation. Oh, like the actual animal itself. Yeah, maybe. Oh, spirit animal. Oh, right, yes. Sorry, spirit animal, not spirit guide. Yeah, okay, maybe. Yeah. The clan totem. Oh, I like that. Okay, let's take that. What is the clan's totem? It has to be a dinosaur. So I guess what I'm asking you guys now is, what's your favorite dinosaur? Throw it out there. What is the clan's spirit guide? The spirit guide is residing in one of the groups, the group that was stolen. Well, you know what? It doesn't necessarily. So here's my thought. It doesn't have to be the spirit guide talking to the halfling, going, "Now listen. What you must do is go and find yourself a dwarven paladin, an elven ranger, a human wizard, and a gnomish gunsmith. Then travel to go and find these things." It doesn't have to be something like that. It could be something very tiny, like the symbol of a Tyrannosaurus, which during a battle, blood splashes onto the armor of the barbarian, and it happens to take the shape of a T-Rex skull, right? And that instantly could be that connection. So it doesn't have to be like an obvious thing. It can be a very simple and very symbolic thing. But we need a source. So let's talk dinos. What's your favorite dino? The Deinonychus, which is what it was used in Jurassic Park as the Velociraptors. Yeah, Deinonychuses are pretty cool. I do like them. I've got to ask, just while we're waiting to count dinosaurs, with the Deinonychus, do you prefer the feathered version or Jurassic Park's unfeathered version? Which do you prefer? I like feathers. I think the feathers look cool. Ooh, an Allosaurus. Okay, Allosaurus. That's a good one. Like that one. Maybe a T-Rex, Laura. Ah, Laura. A Maiasaur. What's a Maiasaur? Maiasaur. Oh, that's kind of neat. Let me pull up a little image here for you guys. Let me pull this up here. There we go. So this is a Maiasaur. So I think that's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. Yeah. That's a cool one. I like that one. Another call for the Deinonychus from Crimson Howling. Also, welcome, Crimson. Welcome. I do love your Witcher little logo. I like The Witcher. I never got to finish playing it. The Compy. Yep. Companosaurus. Yeah, they're very cool. I like them. Beginning to hate T-Rexes as much as I hate tentacles. For the herders, I think it would appropriate some sort of Ceratopsian. What's that one? Ceratopsian. Ooh, okay. It's a species. It's a yeah. Okay, so it's like yeah. Okay, so it's like the T-Rex, like the Triceratopsian kind of thing. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, yep, I like that. Yay, Sirenscape! I use this sound set for Mahadi's Averna spot, Infernal Rapture. Ooh, nice. I like that. Yeah, Sirenscape is amazing. I honestly, I think it's just some of the most chill stuff. The Hadrosaur is its name. Good mother dinosaur. Ooh. Actually, you know what? The Hadrosaur is really speaking to me if that's the Hadrosaurid. Yeah, I do like these. I do like these. Hadrosauria. That's kind of cool. I like that. Also, hello, secondhand samurai. Josh Winston, you've made it. Yes, you have, mate. You have. Welcome, welcome. The Maiasaur is a species of Hadrosaur. Okay. And the Cosmoceratops. Oh, no, that's cute. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so I think for me, it is a toss between a Hadrosauridae or the Ceratopsian. A Caprosuchus? That is... Oh, yeah. Oh, I love these things. These things are like my favorite thing in the whole world. Holy crap. I play Ark Survival, and these things are hilarious. They entertain me so much. They literally jump out and just drag you off. Yeah, awesome. I like these. Also, yes, I'm Australian. Ha! Also, not a species that's been done to death 1,000 times. Yeah, that's true. If they're around terrain, sprinkling of interconnected lakes, a Chronosaurus. Actually, yeah, you know what? That is actually a good point, Daunts, that you make. This is actually a plains area, so actually not much water. So something like this might be great. Argentosaurus, world's largest land-based dinosaur. It's a sauropod. I do like the sauropods. I was originally, actually, if I'm being honest, when we were first talking about this, I was thinking a sauropod of some kind. All right. Okay. All right. Let's do this. We're gonna do another poll real quick, and we're gonna go with new poll, please. Thank you. We're gonna go with. I'm gonna go with a predator, and I think the Deinonychus is the winner of the predators because that one got mentioned a couple times. Spirit guide. I think the Myosaurus is definitely one that I liked. The Argentinosaurus. That was because I'd like a sauropod, and I want one of the. What was the? Let's see. It was the Hadrosaur. Was that the one that I was? Is that the one I was thinking of? No, it's not the Hadrosaur. It's the Cosmoceratops. Yeah, all the Cosmoceratops. Okay, there we go. So, poll is now active. All right, so we've got one of each. We got a predator. We've got a sauropod. We got the ceratopod, whatever thingy, and then we got the You could see them. That's what we got. Pretty sure the Argentinosaurus got its name from the country from where the bones found in Argentina. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. You know what? I live in Perth, Western Australia, and I actually looked at like what dinosaur bones are commonly found here. And one of the first things I found was the Megaraptor. I'm like, yeah, of course, where I live, the thing you'd find is a Megaraptor. Because why would you not just want to find a regular raptor when you could find a Megaraptor? That was the whole thing. All right, so who is the spirit guide? All right. Well, it's a very close chase for this. Mini Raptor's the best. Because everything since the dawn of time, everything in Australia just wants to kill you. What character are you making? Well, you guys are actually making the character. I'm simply here facilitating. We have currently aimed at a halfling dinosaur herder from the Eberron campaign setting, who is a ranger beastmaster who had been herding along with his tribe, had been herding a bunch of dinosaurs who had been split. He didn't want to abandon half the herd, so he went to look after them, but they got nabbed by poachers, and he is now on a quest to recover them. All right, so we got the Cosmoceratops and the Myosaurus, which, all right, I'll make the decision on that one. I think the Cosmoceratops, mostly because I think part of what we want to communicate with this character is the notion of being robust and strong. So I think the Cosmoceratops is definitely the ticket there. So Cosmoceratops is our spirit guide, and it will guide us towards our party, whatever party that happens to be. Okay. So, with that being said, we have our character. We have our backstory for this individual. We've got the potential for a plot twist, which is awesome. And we've got an idea. Now, what we need to look at doing is making this dude in Hero Forge. Now, why do we want to make this in Hero Forge? Now, for me, whenever I design a character, pretty much ever since I found Hero Forge, I find visualizing my character makes a world of difference. So the first thing I always do is I always get a pose that is going to inspire my my imagination. Now, there's a Facebook group called Masters of Hero Forge, and you can download a bunch of different codes for the different poses that they use for these. Even things like having workbenches and tables. It's absolutely awesome. Like, yeah, just blows my mind. So I like the notion of... I like this in particular. Oh wait, no, I don't want to load that one. I want to import my pose. So there we go. We got like a kind of like a, you know, you've stolen my dinosaurs. What's up, mate? What's up? Now, I know what you're thinking. I bet you think you can get away with stealing me dinos. Well, I've got news for you. You can't. But I'm going to break you. I'm going to break you by headbutting you. No. All right. Sorry. Superman pose. You need a big dino chonkosaurus. Also, welcome Proxima 3055. Yes. Chonkosaurus. Do you know who I am, mate? Any dino can fly given the right motivation and some rockets. Yes, I mean, if Axe Cops has taught me anything. He has more pride. His head looks to the heavens. Maybe, yeah, we can do that. We can do that. Let's shift his head tilt a little bit. There we go. Looks down his nose at folks. There you go. All right. So, his hands are squished into his sides. Yeah, don't worry. We'll fiddle around with things. You'll be surprised at what will actually look really cool when you kind of squish them into stuff. You know, like that kind of makes it look like he's got pockets in the right, you know, outfits. So, let's start with the very, very simple build. I like to start with the build. I know that head's like the first thing to go here, but I like the build. So, I think this halfling, what do you reckon? Should he be slightly taller, smaller? What do you think? Now I think as a, you know, as a ranger, you should kind of have a bit of a build, right? Like he should, you know, have a bit more muscular arms. You know, definitely a lot more, yeah, a lot more girth, I guess, than one would expect from a halfling. Maybe not all the upper, maybe just the muscularity. There we go. Boost up his muscularity. Maybe give him more broad chest. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, he kind of looks pretty tough there. I like that. Then let's give him just kind of a more broad look. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, see, that guy looks pretty tough. You know, he doesn't look scrawny. Definitely taller, well-built ranger. Okay, let's make him a little, like a tiny bit taller. Right? Like this would be a tall halfling. Yeah, this would be definitely a tall halfling. Yeah, I like that. All right, so we got a good base there. So now that we've done that, let's go to the head. Now the default is this the round featured, which I think is a baby face. It kind of gives it a very chubby, you know, very plump look. But if I wanted to make him look a little bit more, you know, robust, I think, you know, you kind of want to look at the squarer jaws. So that one looks all right. I like that. These sharp features don't really kind of work. Elegant features, smooth features, noble features, delicate features, bold features. Yeah, bold features kind of work too. I kind of like that. Bulbous features. Oh, that looks really nice. I kind of dig that one. That one looks pretty cool. Heavy features. Yeah, that one's okay. I think the nose is kind of, you know, his mum was a dwarf then. Yeah, maybe his mum was a dwarf. Swole halfling. The Goliath face. You know what? The thing is you'd be surprised. Some of these faces actually do work really well. Like, I know the fairy tale goblin works really well as a dwarf face. Don't believe me? Try it. Definitely not dying and gaunt. And we can definitely avoid some of these ones. Although, crocodile face. Yeah. I am a dinosaur herder. Yeah. No. Okay. I think the one that spoke to me most was this one, so I dig that. I dig that. Halfling ears, I don't think we need to change that too much. Hairstyle. Now there's a new hairstyle here, which is the one from the druid thing. So I kind of like that. Could be a mask. Yeah, it could be. Could be. If you're watching Demon Slayer, the anime, the boar head mask could be kind of fun. All right, so what do you think about this hairstyle? This is one of the new ones. I kind of like it. Sable Aradia, thank you so much for the raid. 13 people. Welcome, everyone. We are actually doing some character building. So, yeah, let me explain. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name's Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. Yeah, today we are doing character building and then Hero Forge designing. So we have made a character, which has been, helped by you wonderful people in the audience. We have a Halfling Ranger who is a Beastmaster, a dinosaur migration that was being run by this Halfling was interrupted by a natural disaster. He needed to lead the dinosaurs to a new location and was attacked by poachers. The poachers stole his dinos and now he's out for revenge, trying to get them back to their homeland. He was told by his spirit guide that he would find a group of adventurers to pal around with and eventually join on his quest to recover his dinosaurs. So yeah, he's quite bold, he's quite strong. We're making decisions. Can you try the third row bun? So this one here. Yeah, I kind of like that one too. That one's a pretty cool one. I like that. That looks pretty dope. I mean, so far we've only come up with the build, like his actual, proportions. So if you guys have any suggestions, throw them out there. Anything at all. If you have any questions, throw them out. If you're building characters or if you're doing stuff in regards to the world of character building, do let me know. I spend most of my time building characters and I'd love to hear some of your ideas. I'd love to share with you some of my, my tips. And yeah, that's generally how this whole thing works. So, okay, so I kind of like that. Let's keep looking at other hairstyles, I guess. So these ones here are kind of like the wild. Nah, I don't like that one. That kind of makes him look like a were creature. No, nope, definitely not that one. Oh, it's not terrible. I think you'd need a headpiece for that one. I usually find it easier to start with equipment rather than build. What does he use or wear? Excellent question. You guys tell me. What does this this halfling in particular use or wear? Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that. I like the dreads. But I feel like I always love dreads on that sort of thing. We've just come from my Ask an Old GM stream. I thought I'd repay the raid you did on us the other day. Aw, dude, that's so cool, so nice. You know what? That is seriously one of the things I love about being in the RPG community. It's all about lifting each other up. It's all about, supporting each other and, doing cool things. And honestly, much obliged. Sable's husband. Well, welcome. It is a pleasure to meet you, somewhat formally. That's awesome. And, yes, please take a seat. And again, if you feel like, ask any questions you want. It doesn't have to be character-based. I'm more than happy to sit here and chill. This is a very casual thing. Speaking of casual, I was going to put on music. So let's, there we go, for our tribal halfling. The way you can base the pose around the weapons and armor, and you don't waste time designing the hair when you're going to slap a helmet over it. Well, you know what? That's an interesting point. For me, yes, that is absolutely wonderful for building a Hero Forge mini. For me, I guess the goal isn't so much to build a Hero Forge mini as much as it is to build the image of this character in my mind, right? So yeah, if I was building a Hero Forge mini, then yes, you'd just build what you need for the uniform and stuff, and not bother with things like hair. But by knowing what his hair looks like underneath, kind of gives me in my mind when I'm sitting down to play the character a good idea of idea of what exactly I want this guy to look like. So I think between me, I think it's either this one or that one for the hairstyle, or maybe that one. So 1, 2, or 3. Are you Aboriginal? No, I am not. I am Southeast Asian. My heritage comes from Singapore and Malaysia. And if you trace it far back enough, it would be India. But yes. Michael, you're always so convivial? I I don't know what that means. I am going to hopefully learn that word. The Mohawk. Oh man, I feel like he'd be in a rock band if he was that. Oh yeah, I totally get that. We were using here for inspiration rather than a practical mini. Yeah. I mean, hopefully we'll get a practical mini out of it, mind you. Like, that's the goal ultimately. But yeah. Yeah, that's what we've been using for it too. I doubt I'll buy many minis, but the paid membership is great for making good character images. Yeah, 100%. One of the things that Hero Forge promotes for me is, of course, exactly that, doing character art and the like. So I quite enjoy it. I don't think I like the Mohawk. Watching on YouTube, but won't let me chat with what I put it up for friends. Oh, okay. Oh, that's weird. Dino Rocker. Alright. You know what? I can't shake it. I love the dreads. Friendly and agreeable. Aw, thank you so much. I appreciate that, and thank you for informing me and educating me. Tegala. There we go. Yep, I got there in the end. I can pronounce things. I'm not a voice actor. I don't know what I'm doing. All right. So, beard. I like the sideburns. I do. But let's explore. Nope, definitely not the neck beard. A regular beard could be Carvi Vivo. Carvi Vivo. Oh, okay, cool. There you go. Oh, well. Hang on, give me a second. Now see here, English. I hear that thee be stealing my dinosaurs. I've had none of this, and boy Thunder, you will return for me the dinosaurs from whence you stole them. Not a big fan of cone rolls. Shaved my head last time I did it. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. I have never tried cornrows. Let's see, what does cornrows look like? Yeah, no, I don't think cornrows, I definitely don't think cornrows look right on that. But it is kind of cool. I feel like mostly because they're fiddly, you know, and I don't imagine this dude fiddles with his hair. I feel like, you know, letting them tie up in knots and then tying them together, that'd kind of be there. It's not hard to teach me new things. No, not at all. I know very little. Not a big fan of cornrows, yeah. I will probably buy the STLs when we get a 3D printer. Nice. Why did it not occur to me to do that? That's awesome. The STLs or to start talking as weird people. Yeah, I think the same thing with the hair. I think it needs to be kind of unkempt. So he either shaves it all or shaves nothing. Do you see many halflings with beards? The animation. Do we see many halflings with beards? We don't really. Yeah, you know what? I think, oddly enough, I'm actually digging the sideburns. I think I'm digging the sideburns. D-Mystic, I need a resin printer. I have an FDM and it works for a lot of stuff, but I need minis. And yeah, we all need minis. I wish I had a 3D printer sponsorship, honestly. I would love to be able to 3D print. No, I think that's a bit much. Yeah, I think that's just that. Oh no, bro. No. Ooh, maybe with the little piece missing. I like that. Okay. Teeth, sideburns. Yeah, sideburns for sure, Josh. Yeah, I agree. I don't need horns or fins or sails or any of that sort of stuff. All right. So we've got the build, we've got the look. I'm definitely vibing his overall feel. Yeah, sideburns definitely work. Absolutely. All right. Now, I just want to show this off mostly because it's the new feature or the new thing. This is the leaf armor. I don't mind it, but I don't like the shoulder pads at all. Like, they do not sit right on this, at least. I would need to rotate it, but yeah. But yeah, that's the new outfit. Ooh, naked. Ah, my god. Wait, 1 second. Cover up. Hide your shame. Okay. Scars. I wish that there were defaults for scars. Hero Forge has buckskin. Yes, it does. Always get rid of the shoulders too, World of Warcrafty. Yeah, I get that. Alright, let's start with the body. Yeah, same sort of deal. I like to start with the body before I go to the head and the face. So let's browse around. That's the leaf armor. Now, keeping in mind, we're looking at the plains, right? We're looking at kind of like a hot environment, kind of like the savannah type deal, with a little bit more foliage. So we need to kind of be aware of things like weather. Having things like chainmail might not always, work best. And we want to kind of try and keep that nomadic feel too. So see, that's a well-groomed. Sorry, not well-groomed, well-stitched shirt. It's in the right, I guess, wealth line. Like, it communicates for me when I see that. It's like, yeah, he doesn't come from money. So that's right, but I don't think we're quite where we want to be. Let's see. No, definitely not. For dino herders, I'm thinking more leathers than leaves. Leathers, eh? All right. Well, there's the leather straps, but no, I don't dig that. Do not dig that at all. Let's see. Well, those are feathers, but no. Body wraps could be interesting, like just the kind of the bandage wraps and stuff. Here we go. So we got the leather armors now. So we've got the studded leather. That's a little bit warm. That's the furs and stuff. Yeah, all of this seems very heavily worked. It needs to be kind of like a leather that's like just kind of like very plain, very simple. Try to find a fur-fringed vest monger. More like a leather waistcoat. Yeah, a leather waistcoat. That would be kind of cool. We got the bones, I guess, but, Scrubs, 3 buttons. Oh, here we go. Open vest. There we go. There you go. That is the open vest. Yeah, it's called an open vest. There it is. Alright, so yeah, that's a cool one. I like that one. See. Yeah, I think I'm feeling that one. Farmer's top? What's that one look like? No, definitely not that. Definitely not that. No. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely digging the fur top there. All right. All right. Let's get some pants on this dude. So I'm thinking. Okay, so let's start with this. Shorts or long pants? Like flat out, just shorts or long pants. I'm just gonna throw a very quick poll here just to get this from everyone. All right, new poll. Pants. All right, shorts, long, or let's go with a skirt as well. I'm gonna throw in skirt as an option. So there you go. You got 2 minutes. Voting has begun. Battle kilt, I'll count as a skirt as well. In the savannah, long pants. You never know what's going to come bite you. Yeah, that's true. It's very Bear Grylls-y. I dunno want me arse bitten. Let's have a look at some of these long pants. Now, I know that there were buckskin pants, and not saying that we were avoiding the Native American influence, but we weren't specifically looking at it. But I do want to see what those buckskin pants look like. So these are the buckskins. You know what? Actually, I don't hate that. I actually don't hate that at all. That's pretty good. All right, let's see what the votes say. All right, we're getting long pants. 3 for long pants. Let's also have a look at the battle kilts just while we're there as well. Ah, blotja maggot! I don't dislike the skirts. I definitely don't dislike the skirts. Let's see, what other long pants do we have? Baggy pants? Baggy pants are okay. Baggy pants are pretty cool. Any kind of big leathery pants? It's kind of scrubs, I guess. Kung Fu pants. Ooh, actually, they're not bad either. I don't mind those. Alright, let's see. The votes tallied up. Long pants. Alright, long pants it is. Let's make long pants on this dude. Alright. So, okay, so what are we thinking? Okay, I kind of like these ones. I kind of like these pants. I think Thief's Leather's too refined. That's very tight and leaves nothing to the imagination. Ignoring the hands for a second, I don't dislike that either. Although I am going to very quickly change the measurements on my lower body here real quick. Yeah, I'm just going to change that there. There we go. Yeah, I don't hate that one. Peasant pants. Yeah, that's okay. This one's not bad. This one's not bad at all. This one is called Barred Pants. By the way, if I'm gonna any of the ones that I like, I'm just gonna say what the name is, and then if you like it as well, just type the name in. So Barred Pants, they're not too bad. I definitely don't like the tailor slacks. Hide legging. Hide legging's not bad, but it's got that fur thing again, which I think for the savannah is way too hot. Outlaws, too refined. Gunslingers, too refined. Chaps, too refined. That's sci-fi. Hammer pants. Yes, clearly hammer pants. Nope. The buckskins were pretty cool. Yeah. Monk pants. Yeah, no, not really. These are nice. I like them. The Kung Fu monk pants. So Kung Fu monk was also is another good one that I like. What are these ones? Dress pants? No. Pajamas. Fur trimmed. No, definitely not. 80s pants. Buckskin. Here we go. All right, so let's go with the buckskin then. I think Plaz, you've said the buckskin. Do we like the buckskin ones? Is that something we can lock in? Is that something that everyone's like, you know, yeah, that looks pretty cool? Also, I'm gonna give you a butt. Booty! Maybe not that much of a butt. There we go. Nice tush. Barred pants give freedom of movement and need more butt. Okay, so we've got the buckskin, the barred pant. Buckskins are good. All right, just to put it up there. All right, so the barred pants or the buckskin. All right, so and Josh, I am already counting yours because you are viewing us on YouTube. So don't worry, your vote is getting counted. Pants, buckskin, and barred pants. Of those two, yeah. Okay, you know what? I don't even think I need to do the vote. I feel like everyone has definitely unanimously gone with buckskin. So yeah, okay, buckskin it is. All right. I guess the next question is gloves and shoes. Gloves and shoes. I just want to straight up yay or nay. Yay or nay. If you think we should have gloves, no shoes, shoes, no gloves, throw it out in chat right now. Let me know. Because I could definitely see having no shoes. Actually, no, he probably would have shoes or sandals, maybe. You know what? Yeah, I think sandals. No gloves, maybe braces. Cloth hand wraps. Cloth hand wraps don't look too bad. Let's see, braces. Hand wraps. Yeah. Bandages. Oh, bangles. No, that's bangles. Wrist guards. Oh, yeah, actually, you know what? The leather straps, I think they go really well. Yeah, I was just thinking that too, Plasma. I was thinking, yeah, if he's in the savannah, he needs something on his feet. No, I agree. I absolutely agree. All right, there we go. I think that's pretty good. I think that's not too bad. Fingerless gloves to protect from rope burn. That's not a terrible idea. Let's see, where are those fingerless gloves? There we go. Fingerless gloves. No, I think between that, I think I prefer the leather armbands. I think they go really well with the buckskin. Herding dinosaurs without stout shoes. Oh, good point. You know, I think honestly, I think the sandals will be fine. I think I get like very like Tibetan vibe with the whole thing, and definitely sandals springs into mind on that one. Because making shoes is actually quite difficult. Making sandals is something, you know, you can do out in the wild with very little materials. Because yeah, you don't really need the tools for it. If a dino stands on your foot, yes, stout shoes won't help you. Very true, very true. Okay. All right, I like this. We got a good base. Now, let's check out Gear. What is his primary means of defending himself? Oh, definitely like the idea. Like these are some of the new axes. They're kind of cool. I like them. Now, keeping in mind he's a ranger, so I mean, obviously a bow or a sling or any of those things are obviously going to be useful. What are you guys feeling? What do you guys think his primary means of defending himself might be? I mean, if you're dealing with dinos at that size, I mean, is it? I think maybe a spear or a polearm of some kind. Maybe that's just me, but you know, big old boar spear. Or a regular spear. Bow and a spear. Yeah, bow and a spear. I can go with that. Long spear and a sling. I think it would have to be a long spear. Ooh, a partisan. That's kind of cool. Let's see. Javelin? Yep. If you're going to herd dinosaurs, they're going to ignore smaller things. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I would wholeheartedly agree with that. Alright, so let's go with a long spear. And a bow. Oh, actually, you know what we could do? We could actually, on his side, we can put in a... no, I don't think there's a sling. Yeah, there's like a pouch, so we can add like a... Oh, those are huge on a halfling! No. But what I wanted to add was a... I think a whip. A whip would definitely be useful. Because yeah, a spear I think to defend, maybe even against the smaller predators like the Deinonychus and stuff. A whip to kind of maneuver them, not by hitting the dinosaurs, but by making that loud cracking sound. That would definitely get the attention of the dinos and allow him to herd them pretty well. So I think that's pretty cool. If he is riding a dino, I agree with Plaz. I think maybe a bow on the back. Though, I do want to ask this. Would it be a bow? Or maybe a, like a javelin? Or, you know, stuff like that. You know what I mean? because I imagine more throwing weapons than I would firing, because he would have to put down the spear in order to pick up the bow and arrow, right? Because it's a two-handed weapon. Whereas if he had a javelin, he would just need to put his spear to one side, grab the thing with one hand, and throw it. Sling would be a good option. Look, I think a slinger would be a good option, but I do not believe that the sling is an option. That is the catch. But we could have the character actually have a sling. I would just need to actually mark that down on my notes. Items, long spear, leather armor, sling, and then... So, I guess the question is between a bow and a javelin for an alternate ranged weapon. A longer range would be better. Yeah, that's true. That's true. A bow is a much better weapon. You know, it is, absolutely, I agree. But I will tell you this. The great secret to weapons being better in game term is very inconsequential. And let me explain why. Javelin, long spear, sling, leather armor, and whip. There you go. Let me explain why. This is actually a very interesting topic, and for that I'm going to change my music real quick. Also, by the way, we're coming up to the final leg of what I've set out to do today. There you go. So yes, we'll go for about another 15 minutes, and then we'll hopefully get to the conclusion of our halfling friend here. But let me go through this. Weapon skill and weapon damage is very subjective. A lot of people say that outrightly, if you have a higher dice, the weapon is better. This is very dramatic. I kind of wanted a little bit more of a chill. Let me see. Give me a chill thing. There we go. Thank you. Beautiful. Okay. So, so weapon damage. Let's talk weapon damage. Now, weapon damage for me has never been about the actual weapon you use. It's about the static bonuses that you apply. A hunter who has a strength score of 2 versus a barbarian who is raging with a strength score of, +5, which I believe adds can, if you build it right, add a +7, means that for a ranger to be using a 1d8 weapon, which is 1d8 plus 2, would be almost as effective as a barbarian fighting with a bare fist rolling a 1d3 plus 7. So, in terms of game terms, it's not as if the ranger is so far gone from being as useful in the game as the barbarian is. Because if the barbarian uses that weapon with a higher static bonus, they're clearly better, right? So, in terms of game terms, nothing is ever off the cards for me. Mostly because, the dice damage is almost negligible when it comes to okay, cool. This thing has 36 hit points. What do I care if I'm doing 1d6 damage versus 1d8 damage? That's 2 points of damage, which is never going to be the difference between life and death in any meaningful kind of way. I mean, yes, you're going to sometimes get to the point where it's we're only 1 hit point off, but the odds of you rolling that, still not that great. So, that's why for me, I'm always all about flavor. I'm always about, what stylistically works. So I think ranged weapon will keep a sling, so that way we don't actually need to add anything to this. Exactly, as plasma, exactly as you say. Yeah. Completely agree. And the thing is once you open your mind to that, you get such creative characters, As someone who GMs up to 15 games a week, You know, I'll always get to those situations where I'm like, oh, you're playing a barbarian. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Oh, a great sword, you say? No way. Let me guess. Oh, it's keen. Right. Fantastic. Yep. No worries. You know, there's certain things that you're kind of like, cool. You know, your weapon is just a weapon. You're choosing it because it's got the dice size. Whereas, you know, a barbarian that comes up and says, I've got a fruit knife. I'm like, I love you. I love everything about you. Tell me about your fruit knife wielding dude. And it's like, my family was killed by a fruit knife, and now I will seek vengeance from them with the same fruit knife they died at. Yes! Yes! I will give you magic fruit knife for that, you know. What does the bow on a back and a whip in the hand look like? Okay, let's have a look at that. So I'm going to save this real quick because I definitely like that. So, a bow on the back. So let's go with just a standard. Oh, that's very big. So yeah, okay, there you go. So we got a bow on the back, and you know, let's be fair. You can't really have a bow without a quiver. Okay, fine, be that way. I don't know why that's being difficult. We'll fix that. And then in his hand. Although, there is the flexible list, which has, you know, kind of like whips, kind of like chains. Not so much whips, but, you know, I don't know why they've got this and not whips. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Yeah, no clue why. So there you go. That's roughly what it looks like with that. He does need a good knife somewhere, though. Yeah, I agree. I think for the most part he would have a I think he would have a knife like in his boot or by the side. Too fragile. Yeah, a little bit. So true, never worry about damage. Yeah. I have a barbarian that has a glaive, but tends to use his bare hands more often than not. Yeah, you know, when I first started playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition, I had a paladin, and I wanted to see how little I needed my abilities and skills, and I actually ended up beating one of the first playtests with my paladin, and all he used was a rock he picked up, and he did 1 damage with the rock, and I was just like, yep, thwop. I killed the boss with the rock. And it was crazy powerful. It was just like, yeah, it was for me to test stuff out. All right, let's keep exploring here. So we've got, I mean, we'll change the pose and we'll play around with it a little bit, but I don't really see him with any kind of eyewear. Not really. I mean, goggles kind of work in the desert. And masks, same thing, but I don't think he really needs any of that stuff. I think rings are pretty outdated. Piercings? Maybe maybe an eyebrow piercing. No, actually, yeah. Maybe. What do you think? What do you think? Ear piercing? I don't hate it. What do you guys think? Piercing? No piercing? Last week I played a one-shot where the town got attacked by a goblin band in the middle of the night. My paladin ran out to defend the town, stark naked and armed with a broken beer bottle. Nice, mate. Bandana has multiple uses. It does. A bandana is very versatile. All right. Yeah, I think the 2-1 is better. I'll leave that one for now. Okay. Poses. Now again, we want to kind of build the stoic pose, I guess. And I think that one will do it quite well. I mean, that one I think is hyper aggressive. It's a very common one. I almost feel like the iconic halfling from the setting kind of goes that way. Ooh, oh, that one is mighty. Hell yeah, I like that one. That one is definitely the pose I'm looking for. Let's fiddle around with the face a little bit. Let's soften up his snarl a bit. So he's a little bit more serious, so that's kind of cool. All right. Yeah, I dig that. I dig that. Let's start giving him a bit of color. Now, while it's very common for people to use the body and theme color, I always recommend starting with your own base. Starting with your own base gives you a lot more chance to be able to control exactly what color palettes are going where, and it means that when you adjust it later on, you're going to be able to adjust it easily. So let's say that I decide that I want him to be like super pale to begin with, but then partway through I'm like, actually, you know what? I think that's not really what I want. I can actually just go to here, and if I like, I can choose to either remove all of that particular area, or if I wanted to, I can use my paint tool, use my fill, and change it to that, and that will change all of that same color to whatever I would like. So yeah, so for example, yeah, there you go. See, so you've got so don't hesitate to use that tool as well. And if you forget what color it is, you've also got your pick tool. So yeah. I feel like a lot of people forget the fill tool exists. So don't forget the fill tool exists. Yeah, nice. I like that. Yeah, it kind of has a very tan look to him, which is nice. Let's give him pale lips, like that. All right. Hair color. What hair color should he have? I mean, that's all right. Actually, let's also paint his eyebrows while we remember. Yeah. Let's see. Maybe they dye their hair. Could be a thing. Walnut brown. That's all right. Chestnut brunette. You know, we could always add a few streaks, different colors. So maybe make a couple of the streaks brown. What do you think of that? Kind of dig the I kind of dig the streaks. I think they really accent the hair in a very nice way. I don't need that one. Yeah, definitely the green. Not bad. Not bad. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. All right. So, I think we've got a good base. Let's give him. I like green eyes. Green eyes have always really captured me. Love green eyes. Oh, look at that, man! This is like one of the most badass halflings I've like ever made. Can I say that just outright? Like holy actual hell, Batman! Like this is. Yeah, this is like normally when you get a halfling who's like, you know, oh, he's a barbarian, you're like, oh, isn't he cute? This guy looks like he'll mess you up. This guy's like, yeah, you know, freaking, this is the freaking, what do you call him? Oh my god, I forgot his name. Burt Reynolds. He's the Burt Reynolds of freaking halflings. All right. All right, let me just very quickly. No. So, one thing you want to know with the Hero Forge minis is that there is a different tone for all of the different metals, and the one that you really want to use is is the Gray That Never Comes. Now, the Gray That Never Comes, I find, is the one that actually appears the best when they eventually print out. So, if you want to have a look, this here that I have here is my my Dragonborn, right? So that there, that metal there that you can see on the chains, that was the Gray That Never Was, and on the blade, which came out like white because it didn't print properly, was one of the other, like I think it was like nickel or one of the lighter ones. So ever since then I've been like, okay, cool, you gotta make sure it's like nice and gray and stuff. Let's get a nice wood color here. Pin plank. Okay. Now keeping in mind, because I've got the whip on that side, there's that overlap. So I'm very quickly going to just move that whip to the other side. Just because I think that'll look much nicer. And then what I can even do with that pose is I can move his arm ever so slightly. And then move his hand and open it slightly. Slightly, please. There we go. Okay. There we go. And that way we actually make it look like he's actually holding the edge of the whip. Now, it's not perfect, mind you. Like, you can see the fingers are kind of going through the whip a little bit and stuff like that. But from the outside, which is where 90% of where you're going to be looking at stuff, that looks great. That looks fantastic. Okay. Would he have iron or bronze weapons? Actually, that's a good point. That's a good point. I think he would have... I would say he'd have iron weapons. So it probably wouldn't have that sheen to it. So we could probably add like more of a brownish core to the iron blade. So that'd kind of look... yeah, that'd kind of look all right. Yeah. No, good point. Good point on that one. Okay. Now, color palette. Color palette. What type of colors do we want? Do we want like the warm browns? Do we want the dark browns? What are we thinking? I think I'm kind of, I don't know. Starting with the buckskin, I guess. I've always kind of imagined like kind of a red, but maybe a green. Like that same green I used before, followed by maybe that, no, maybe a brown. Yeah, maybe something like that. And then dark colors on the sandals. Untanned. So, if it was untanned, that would maybe give it a, like that kind of color. Which actually doesn't look too bad. I don't mind that at all. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. All right, feel free to throw out suggestions of like color palettes, colors that you think would work. I mean, right now we're just kind of going with dry, dirty kind of, realism, I guess. But we can go with other things too. You have to go to bed. All right, Laura, thank you so much. I'm actually going to be ending the stream in just a moment anyway. So thank you kindly. Now, if you guys haven't noticed this before, if you actually look, you can replicate any color that you already have in Hero Forge because it's got this tiny blue outline on it. So you'll always be able to see what you're having. Perhaps some yellow, slightly in the slightly camo to the savannah. Oh yeah, okay, I dig that. Yeah, I dig the yellow. I dig that. Yep, okay. That's kind of cool. Okay. Definitely don't like the I definitely don't like the whip. I think maybe a black whip? Okay. And then that thin color there. Let's go with a woody color, which we can use on these ones. Like that. Nah, don't like that. Alright. I think our dinosaur wrangler's looking pretty good. No, I haven't dyed his legs properly. So you can see like, so before I changed that, just so you can see like right here along his hip, there's like that little bit of white. That's because I didn't get to his legs. So that's why sometimes it's, always make sure to check to see that all your white spots are covered. I also haven't done his nails. So you can see there, the nails are still there. So if you want to do nails without any polish, I always recommend using just a darker shade, like 4 or 5 steps darker is usually quite good for just the nails. Lips will always be 2 or 3 shades lighter than the form that you've got there. And then lastly, let's add some decals. So do we want any like face paint? War paint? We could add some mud. A little less mud, but we could scale it down. Maybe, yeah, there we go. Let's scale that down. So muddy footprints. We could do something like that. Thank you so much for the follow, Lord Galacrond. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. I hope you are enjoying your time here. We are building Hero Forge minis for a character that we have built, who is a dinosaur herding halfling. He is he's coming across really, really nicely. Honestly, I gotta say I'm very, very pleased at the end result here. He looks definitely very, very intimidating. He was part of a tribe of individuals who looked after, not a fan of the mud splatter. Fair enough, fair enough. He was a member of a tribe of halflings who would protect the wilds, as it were, the plains of Eberron. And protect the dinosaurs that were living there. His herd got separated. and he managed to get his herd poached by some traveling poachers. So now he's on a quest to try and recover them. It's very sad stuff. As for the base, very hard to think of a base. Ooh, yeah, fire kind of looks cool. Little turtle. Hey, turtle. Nah, you don't think you need too much here. See, the base is very interesting because the base has a lot of options, but at the end of the day, you kind of always want to make sure that you keep it nice and simple. You don't want to overcomplicate it. So I think, honestly, all I would really do here is I would just give it a color to kind of remind me of, like, you know, the savannah, the desert, probably something like, you know, maybe a little bit. Or let's make our own color. Let's make our own color. So let's start with that green, but then go into my mix, and then let's add in a little bit of orange. Let's make it a little lighter. All right, and I think that kind of gives it a bit more of the plains look. And then let's add just a nice autumn color to there. So we've got our our yellow and orange palette, which is really cool. Pet turtle. I love the pet turtle. I'm not gonna lie. It is by far one of my favorite little base pieces. Okay, so there we go. The last thing I guess I want to ask is there anything we want to put on the back? I know we talked about the sling and stuff. I don't think a bow. I think a sling is a good idea. The whip is a good idea. The spear is a good idea. But we could also technically put in like a backpack. So kind of like have him with a traveling backpack. Smaller backpack. But I don't think we need it. We can have him with a cape. Don't think we need a cape, really. Capelet? No, I don't think we need that either. Cape for the cold nights. No, I don't think we need a cape. I think, honestly, cold nights, he'd have, like, you know, a nice warm fire, a hearth, enjoying himself. So, yeah. All right. So there we go. We have our Halfling Ranger Beastmaster. So there you go. He ended up great. Glad I could contribute to the build for the Eberron Halfling idea. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Look, so here's the nature of it. This Halfling, I will probably do a little bit of touching up here and there just to kind of finish the things we have. My goal here now is to then turn him into a character sheet, make him into a pre-gen, which I'm going to level up. I'm going to basically make, like, I think levels 1, 5, 10, 15, and 20. Basically print him up. Then we get to see what he'll actually look like when he comes in physical copy, and then we'll you guys will get to keep those. So if you have not done so already, come and join our Discord, which hopefully there you go. Come and join the Discord. If that link doesn't work, let me know, because if you come and join us there, that is where everything will be posted. Be sure to follow, guys, as always. If you want to see more stuff like this, let me know. I definitely would love to get your thoughts on whether or not you enjoyed this, because I'm gonna hopefully try and do this once a fortnight or once a week, you know, depending on what people like. And we'll do more stuff like this, making characters and builds and stuff. And look, we're not limited to just what we have in the DMG. I am definitely very proud to try out new things that I have not done before. For example, this is something I found again in the group Masters of Hero Forge, right? So that Creature of Nightmares, like you can make some truly incredible creatures with the right mindset for it. So yeah, definitely enjoyed it, Josh. I'm so glad to hear it, dude. Like some of the stuff you can make, just incredible. Once you start to, you really kind of play around and do some cool stuff. Let's see, was there anything else that was really cool and interesting and unique? I mean, yeah, but you know, you guys get it. You guys get it. You get the idea. Oh, right. Giant praying mantis. Yep, you know. So yeah, we'll get a chance to play around, and we'll do some unique builds, something that we'll maybe like we'll create a race, or we'll create a type of creature. So, you know. All right, well, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for dropping by. We hope that you have an absolutely wonderful and amazing day. Till next time, guys, as always, from us to you. Well, actually, no, let's go raid someone. What am I doing? Let's go raid. Who are we going to raid? We are going to go and raid... let's go raid Satine Phoenix, because Satine Phoenix is actually running a Kickstarter right now, which I would love to promote, which is called Sirens Battle of the Bards. I will be promoting it hopefully sometime next week as well, so we are going to go and raid them, so do be sure to give them all the love, give them the good old Aussie, because of course we love nothing more than to support artists, performers, entertainers from all around the world. Thank you so much, and till next time, guys, as always, game hard, or die trying. Good night, guys.